Hey, I have a riddle for you. When is breaking news ever good news? Maybe as recently as a few days ago. This past week, New York Department of State issued new guidance related to some of the rental laws that were passed over the summer. Basically, no more broker fees. That's what the newspapers are saying. But is it that simple? Turns out, not really. Really, there's only one situation in which there are no more broker fees. And that is if a real estate agent is exclusively representing the landlord of the apartment that you're interested in renting, that real estate agent cannot charge you a fee. Okay, but what does that really mean? So that means if you're able to locate all of the listings that you think meet your criteria, set all your appointments, create your application package that paints you in your best light, negotiate on your own behalf, congratulations. You've just rented a New York City apartment on your own. That's no small feat, and you shouldn't have to pay a fee to anyone. However, if you do need some help with the process, that's okay. That's why real estate agents are there. A real estate agent can help you locate all the listings that will meet your criteria. They can help you find listings you didn't even know about. They can help you see the benefit in listings that you might have overlooked. They can help you deal with all the headaches of planning a tour, and they should put together a package that paints you in your best light to the owner. They should negotiate for you on your behalf. And once they have, and you've settled into your new place, it's totally fine for them to charge you a fee. After all, they did provide a valuable service. So, what's all the noise about? Well, the noise is because this is going to change the way the marketplace looks for you as a consumer a lot. A lot of people don't get the big deal because a lot of other cities in the country already do things this way. But New York is different because 70% of New Yorkers rent their apartments instead of owning them, which means the marketplace is huge and sometimes difficult to navigate. A lot of the luxury high-rise no-fee buildings already have taken this into account for a long time. They either already hired full-time leasing teams or they pay real estate agents they trust to help market their apartments, and they factor those operation costs into the cost of rent. Some landlords who don't currently do this might start doing it, which means they'll probably increase the rents on their apartments. By the way, what am I talking about when I say marketing the apartment? When a real estate agent gets a new listing, the first thing they do is hire a professional photographer to take photos. Sometimes they pay for virtual staging, virtual tours, videos, floor plans, and then they advertise on multiple platforms like StreetEasy so that you as a consumer can hopefully get a good idea of why you might be interested in visiting and renting that apartment. All of that costs money. Real estate agents also spend hours answering hundreds of inquiries, showing the apartment, putting together paperwork, qualifying applicants, sometimes even finishing the actual lease signings themselves. So what about those landlords that decide they have absolutely no interest in hiring someone to take care of this for them? They might join what's called the open listing system. Open listings are actually a big part of the New York market. Basically, large property owners who have a lot of apartments to rent might decide, for whatever reason, that they don't have to spend the time or the money to market their apartments. And they rely on real estate agents to help them locate clients and bring tenants to them. This means that the average consumer most of the time is not going to know about these apartments unless a real estate agent helps them and tells them about it. And if you are a regular person that just knows where to look and where to go, that's great. A lot of management are happy to show you, a consumer, the apartment directly, but it's going to be more on their schedule. You might have more flexibility with a real estate agent because these managements are able to give licensed real estate salespeople access to keys that they can't give to the average consumer. At the end of the day, though, that means less inventory online to find unless you hire a real estate agent to help you. The last thing that might happen is that landlords who are small landlords and tend to have the apartments that are more affordably priced, you know, the guy that owns like 1 or 2 condos, or the nice old lady who has a house where she just rents her apartment out downstairs, they might realize or decide that being a landlord is not a cost-effective investment for them. And that means they actually might just stop renting their apartments out altogether, or they might even sell their property, which means less inventory to choose from. So either way, we don't really know how all of this is going to shake out. But I hoped that I cleared up some of the confusion so that when you start your search, you don't get surprised. And until later, I wish you happy apartment hunting.